Today, let's talk about something we don't discuss enough in parenting, the vibe of our home. Not the furniture, not the scented candles, not the expensive gadgets, but that subtle emotional climate that your child grows up in. What's the feeling your child comes home to? Is he looking forward to be back home and enjoys his own space after a tired long day at school or various classes? Or is he just coming back home because that's the place he has to be? Does he feel the home as his own home? Or it's just a place where he has to follow the rules laid down by his parents? What is he witnessing at home? Love, care, mutual respect, freedom, trust, or performance pressure, yelling, unpleasantness? Guys, it's very important for us to understand from a child's lens what is he going through. So let's start our today's session with a small activity. Let's try to understand better from your child's point of view what feeling does he have when he is spending his time at home. So let's just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Relax. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Another deep breath in, out. One more time. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now imagine it's a morning time and you are the child. You are not the parent. You are your child. And how are you woken up by your mom? Is she coming to you lovingly and asking you to get up because it's time to get up? Is she stroking your hair? Is she gently giving you some acupressure massage and asking you, Beta, it's time to get up. Please get up now. What happens when you go to the washroom and you take a little longer there? Is the mom still just nudging you? Is the papa just saying, Beta, we'll get late, please hurry up? Is their tone warm or are they in a rush? What are you feeling as a child as you are passing through the day? Now it's breakfast time. Are you able to complete your breakfast nicely or you are in a rush? Now it's time to go to the bus stop or get driven by your papa or mom. How is it feeling? Are you guys talking to each other or is there some tense environment? What are the feelings? How is your day progressing as a child? When you come back home, is your mother waiting for you to serve food to you, to talk to you? How is it going? What are you feeling inside? What is happening when she has cooked something which you don't like? Are you throwing a tantrum or are you okay with it? Is your mom scolding you for not having proper food, nutritious food? Or is she trying to persuade you, convince you to have healthy food? Is the environment pleasant around you? How are you feeling? So you just have to think like a child and feel what is the child going through? What emotions? What is he going through the whole day? Now slowly, when you're ready, just open your eyes. What did you feel as a child? Was there goodness and pleasantness around? Was your parents' voice calm and soothing? Or was it always filled with urgency, rush, and hurry? What is the dominating factor that creates the vibe of your home? See, because Even if your home environment feels normal to you, there might be scope for even more peace and calm. For some people, some kind of environment is normal. Even if there's a little shouting and all of that is also normal. For others, that is not normal. So you have to set your own normal of the home environment, which is pleasant. Which is pleasant not because it's filled with flowers and plants and scented candles and all of that. It's pleasant because everyone feels a space of their own den where they can go and just relax without the feeling of being judged. And let me tell you one thing very, very important, parents. Pleasantness is not about not saying anything to a child when he does something wrong. Pleasantness does not mean no conflict. It means emotional safety plus respectful repair plus shared joy. If you were in the session yesterday, we discussed about emotional repair. How do we repair if we have said something wrong? So it will always happen when there are 3, 4 people living in a family, or maybe even more if it's a joint family. There will be differences in opinions, but the person has to feel emotionally safe to voice out their side of the story, their point of view. And there has to be a shared joy. So you can call it ERS, emotional safety, respectful repair, and shared joy. ERS, that makes the pleasantness quotient of your family, right? So there is always a scope for improvement in the status of the pleasantness wherever we might be today. It's not that we are always shouting or yelling, but there's always a scope for improvement. I'll share a personal story from my own life, which happened with me maybe around 8 to 10 years ago when my kids were like really young. And that time, we used to be really short on time because both me and my husband were working at that time. And I was also into full-time job, and we used to get just weekends to do all the household chores and take children out and everything. So in one of our visits, my daughter wanted to shop something, and my son wanted to go to Kiddie Land, which was a beautiful park, kind of a thing in New Delhi in one of the malls. It got shut down after COVID, but prior to that, a lot of children used to enjoy there, and he wanted to go there, and we were just I was just sitting on a bench while he was playing around, and then a couple walked in with their daughter, who was also like the same age, and she also started playing, and it was a hot summer day, so there were very hardly any people around except the two of us, like the two parents, and this couple, uh, they were talking to each other as if, not like husband and wife, but as if they were college friends or a boyfriend and a girlfriend. They just did not look like husband and wife, like the typical thing that you have. And prior to that, my life was like absolutely perfect. I thought that we were like the best family. But when I saw them interacting and talking to each other, somewhere felt inside that I have to take that quotient of pleasantness to this level. I can't really articulate or express in words what was it that I felt, but it was like a different kind of openness. We already had love, warmth, everything in our family, but it's always, of course, about different cultures also, how you are being brought up and all of that, what you see around. But the way these people were interacting, it was like something very aspirational, that I want that kind of friendship and that kind of love between us. And that is when suddenly something happened in the back of my mind, and I started maybe taking some small steps. And like, I have not grown up with hugs and all, but now hugs are very much a part of our family routine. And it's not like a ritual, but it's just that you do it as a matter of, just you want to. So you just do it out of your love. You do it. So what I'm saying is that it's not that you are being unpleasant or something, but you can always strive for taking it to the next level. And it's very important to have that home environment's foundation based on pleasantness, because home energy matters deeply. Okay, in adulthood, that would show up in how the child behaves, because see, children don't hear what we say, they absorb the energies around them just like we adults also do, right? So if there is a positive energy around us, we soak in that. When we go to a temple, why do we feel so peaceful inside? Because it's those energies which are at play. And if you go to a meat shop or something, what is the energy like? You don't feel great, right? But if you go to a vegetable market, you feel those energies, those positive energies. So the environment of the place also really has a big impact on your emotional and mental health, because for children, like, their nervous system is constantly scanning the home for safety, warmth, freedom to express, same as space to be seen without judgment. So two homes can look exactly the same, neat, organized, expensive furniture, but in one home people might be hiding their true feelings, and in the other one, even if mistakes happen, which will happen for anyway, there is laughter, there is warmth. That's the difference between surface level calm and real pleasantness. And that is the reality and the true vibe of our home, right? So, as parents, we have to ensure that we nurture a pleasant environment every day for ourselves and for our children. Now, there are invisible rules in every home, okay? One set of rules is what is said, what is written, but one is invisible rules, like the tone, body language, stress levels, which the parents are exhibiting every time. Those are the invisible rules. And growing up kids are likely to, break up the rules which are made specifically to curtail them from doing certain things. But these invisible rules we carry with us, right? So what happens if the home environment is not pleasant? Children would often learn that it's safer to stay quiet, or they will hide their problems, they will hide their real emotions. And these are the things which start backfiring as they get into teenagers, or as they go to college or they go to hostel, when they're away from us, because they have gotten used to hiding their true things from us, because they think that we are not capable enough to take things positively. They cannot share with us. When they find that even if we get angry, but after that we repair, or we know that how to amend the things, and if they know that emotionally my parents will take care of me, whatever may come through, whatever I may do, my parents will be by me, then they will come and share things with us. But otherwise, many children are just waiting today to pass class 12 so that they are free birds, never to return. So we don't want that to happen to our children, right? So we really want to have a pleasant environment at our home, because it's not just that the kids will not come back to us, but it will manifest in various forms in their adulthood also. Like, if they have seen unpleasantness, they may struggle with self-advocacy or assertiveness, or standing up to injustice. Or they might suffer from imposter syndrome. They might never feel good enough. Or sometimes, when they see unpleasantness, they start to think that, if my parent is always angry, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe it's because of me. So over time, this turns into poor self esteem, and kids stop opening up even when parents later try to reconnect, right? So just think of two things, two changes that you can bring about this week in your home environment, which is something very easy for you to implement. It could be your tone. More than the words, it's the tone which matters. You could say the same thing with love and care, or while, sounding very, very harsh. So it's a tone that really matters a lot. You could also play some bhajans or some instrumental music in the morning hours in your home, just to set that vibe so that it reminds you also that I have to stay calm, you know, because parenting is a blissful journey. Let's not make it overcomplicated and tensed because there is so much to do. Especially for the moms, I would say, especially for the moms who have taken a sabbatical or who are homemakers or even working moms, it's very easy to go on adding tasks to our endless list of household chores. You know, sometimes it's just we go keep on doing so much, but this one thing, which is the environment of our home, which is the emotional climate of our home, somewhere that gets lost when we are doing so much. So let's bring our focus back to creating that beautiful emotional environment, that beautiful emotional climate for our children so that they can bask in that. And there could be various other things that you could be doing, like having an evening snack together or dinner together, and lot of things. But just think of two things tonight. Think of what your child will enjoy. How can you have a beautiful emotional climate? And just remind yourself that no rush, no pause. Just relax and enjoy the process, because these beautiful years of parenting won't come back again. So enjoy them while they last, right? So with that, I would take your leave now. Goodbye and good night, and we'll meet again tomorrow at 9:15 p.m. sharp. Thank you, everyone.